And welcome back to the Financially Simple Experience. I'm your host, Justin Goodbread. Today we're going to talk about giving away stuff. That's right. We've worked a whole year. Here it is, almost Christmas 2020. And it's time to start thinking about should we or should we not bonus our employees? And if we should, or if we feel like we should, how do we do it? How do we give our team members, our employees, benefit for all the work they've done? Now, I worked in a lot of businesses, and some companies benefit their employees on a weekly, bi-weekly, bi-monthly, quarterly, tertiary, all different types of basis. Maybe you're that type of company who once a year you provide a bonus. Whatever it is, you may be thinking, hey, should I provide a bonus? Should I not? Etc. Maybe it's you've had an unbelievable year, and because of your gains in the business, you're going to provide some of that benefit to the team members. Maybe it's for tax reasons. Maybe it's for the PPP money, the issues we're having with the PPP as we're recording this in 2020. Whatever the reason, should you bonus your employees? And if you should, how do you do it? Well, I started looking at surveys, and Robert Half Company found that 52% of workers who expect to receive a year-end bonus plan to add the money to their long-term savings. In other words, they're going to put it into their retirement account. 52%. 47% said that they're going to use the extra money for vacations, and 46% said they're going to use the money to pay down debt. So whenever you give money, if it's in terms of a monetary bonus to your team members already have an idea on what they're going to do with that. In fact, Paul McDonald, who's the senior executive director at the Robert Half Company, quoted, he said, "Bonuses can be easy to implement and have universal appeal because employees appreciate the flexibility of being able to use them however they see fit." And see, here's why. Whenever we go to work, myself included, you being the business owner included, we kind of have this set budget that we run our lives off of. And then all of a sudden, if we have an added windfall, then we're going to use that money for something. We're going to use it to build an asset, pay down a liability, or spend it. We're going to do something with the money. So if you want to figure out how to show appreciation to your employees, you might consider giving them a year-end bonus. But I want you to think about a couple of things as we do this. The first thing is I want you to be crystal clear as to the why. Why are they getting a bonus? Why? You see, oftentimes we talk about how much or how or when, but if you're not clear about the why are they getting the bonus, then oftentimes things are left in transition. In fact, it may lead to entitlement. Simon Sinek wrote a book that I love. It says, Start with Why. And he's talking about why is it that we do what we do. Same thing can be applicable to the bonus structure. If you're giving a year-end bonus to your team members, you've got to tie it to the reason why they're getting it. It's not just a benevolent dictator. You're not philanthropic in your terms. You want to apply it to maybe something. The company had unbelievable growth. You accomplished your goal. You hit an initiative. Some reason has to be applied on why a bonus is being given out. That's number one. The second thing I want you to think about is you got to be thoughtful on how you're going to communicate the news. So you may have a company-wide bonus structure that everybody in the company gets a bonus. Okay, you can announce in that way, but then in the same token, you may have it where some senior level members of your organization may get a bonus, whereas others do not. And if that's the case, you've got to be able to communicate that properly without causing problems amongst your employees. Maybe you're dealing with a performance bonus where you had one team member do excellent performance to hit all their goals and they get a bonus, but another one didn't, and they're not going to get a bonus. So you've got to be careful how you communicate. So here's how I would recommend communicate bonuses to your team members. Schedule one-on-one meetings with the team members. And then set a time up to review what was positive and what rooms for improvement can happen. It gives you an opportunity to do that employee review is what happens. So it's a great time for you to do one-on-one. You want to also explain how the money was determined. Not just why, but how was it determined? Was it a philanthropic number? Did you give a pay raise on top of a Christmas bonus? Was it some time off? Whatever. We're going to talk about some other ideas, but you want to talk about how it was determined. And you also want to be extremely appreciative. To the employee's contribution. So I want you to talk about how you're going to tell your team members about the bonus. And number three, I want you to have a true plan for if there's no bonus, a plan B if there's no bonus. We all want to receive a bonus. We all want to get an attaboy. We all want to have that pat on the back saying, hey, we did a great year. But not every year you can get a bonus. I mean, maybe 2020, your business just got the wind kicked out of the sails because of COVID. And you're just struggling right now just to even keep the lights on. Okay, so what can you do for the no bonus situation? Maybe it's time that you don't have a bonus process in place. And now, look, we don't have a bonus this year, and 2020 has been rough, but now we're going to build a formal bonus program so that next year we all have something to work forward to. That's a lot better, a whole lot better of a conversation to have than no bonus structure at all. So 3 different points I want you to think about is, why are they getting the bonus? How are you going to communicate the bonus? And then finally, if you don't have a bonus, what is your plan B? Plan B.
If we had learned anything from recent events, it would be the importance of having a personal financial plan to weather any crisis life throws at us. Heritage Investors helps small business owners to reach their financial goals with holistic wealth management services. Learn how by visiting heritageinvestor.com today.
So as you go through the bonus structure, I want to talk about some good things you can do that almost every employee will just rally behind. This is just, hey, we're here to make this happen. The first thing is you can give cash. In fact, 34% of employees prefer getting cash as opposed to anything else. You can give cash. Now, it doesn't have to be actual paper. It can be bonus in the term of cash on a paycheck. It can be virtual gift cards, but they like getting cash. Another thing that people like is extra time off. In fact, we're doing that this year. We're closing the office down on December the 23rd and opening it back up on January the 2nd. That's not in our employee handbook, but we're going to get an extra almost week and a half off here of time off. So you can give extra time off. It's basically free money. You're not having to work for that money that you're getting. And so therefore you are getting cash. So time off is money. You may end up doing something that allows your employees to go spend some extra money, combining the two. I know of companies that give extra time off and give money and then send the employees on big extravagant vacations. So one of them did a ski trip that I'm aware of. One of them did a fishing trip. One of them did a hunting trip. So I know that you can put some things together. Another thing you might look at is employee perks. Now, employee perks can be extra vacation days, not just a time off away, but you may give some extra vacation days. You may give some extra spending money during the holiday time period. You may give flexible scheduling where somebody can come to work a little later or leave a little earlier. You may create some work remote capabilities. There are some employee perks that you may be able to incentivize your team members as a benefit, as a bonus. And then also, people love thoughtful gifts. Thoughtful gifts. My wife loves to do this every year. In fact, I'm looking at what she's doing already this year for our team members, and she just loves to put some thoughts behind what she does for the team members. Maybe you have an employee who just loves music. I love music. I love all types of music. Maybe you're getting them a concert ticket somewhere. Maybe another one likes a special restaurant. You go get them. Maybe they love pizza. Oh, come on. Talk to me now. Maybe they love pizza, right? You go get them a really good gift certificate for some pizza. Whatever it is, the good news is that if you do something with intention, it goes a long ways. It goes a long ways. Now, let me give you a warning. Don't use the Christmas party or a sporting event or a get-together as the year-end gift. I read a lot of things about from people who are providing advice to employees, and they say, hey, put a company-wide Christmas party, and that's all your team members need. My opinion, feel free to make it yours, but my opinion is this. If we're spending all of our time together every single day of the week, the last thing I want to do is go see the same people over the weekend when I'm off work, or in the evening when I'm off work, or supposed to be off work. So be careful with using that end of the year team building. You can do it, but it's just not the same as thoughtful gifts, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Feel free to make it yours. You may disagree. In fact, if you do disagree with me, please let me know. And while we're talking about letting me know, let's hear a word from this week's sponsors.
Our current business climate is a hostile one that challenges business owners with new obstacles every day. Whether you need to improve operations, sales processes, or anything in between, Heritage Business Advisors has helped hundreds of business owners just like you create working solutions for the problems that running a business can present. Learn more at heritagebusinessadvisors.com.
So we've been talking about the way to give good bonuses. Now let's talk about the things not to do when giving bonuses. Number one, don't do whatever's convenient. Yeah, don't take a easy way out. I saw somebody one time who got golf balls from a wholesaler. It was an Allstate agent who got golf balls from Allstate and turned around and gave the golf balls to the team member in the office. That's cheap. That's the easy way out. That's convenient. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's just poor. I've also seen people give company branded clothing. Yeah, not a good move for Christmas gifts. Not a good move. Come on, let's be a little bit more thoughtful than that. Don't do something random, something out of the blue. I've seen people do this. I saw one time that somebody gave a vegan milkshake to somebody who was the opposite of being vegan. A vegan milkshake. He looked at it and said, "What is this? This makes no sense." And then, like I mentioned earlier, be careful about the holiday party. If that's being the Christmas gift. Yeah, only 1% of employees would like to have a holiday party in lieu of an actual gift. So avoid that. The last thing that I want to do is be the greedy boss. I've seen so many bosses out there, so many business owners who pull through their culture of their company, take all the profit top up and don't share it bottom down. What they do is they often are very minimum. They go give a $5 gift card. Let's not do that. That's ridiculous. That's just cheap. That's a slap in the face of your team member who's working with you. I've seen people don't do anything at all. Now look, Christmas time, maybe you've been kicked in the teeth, raked over the coals, whatever term you want to say, and this year's just been hard. You don't have the money. It doesn't take much to give some little token, a handwritten card, thanking them sincerely for what they've done this year for you. That doesn't take much. There's not a lot of money involved in that. Don't be greedy. Don't do nothing. And then don't give any stupid fruitcakes. Come on now, if you want to give a pecan pie, you can do that. But no fruitcakes, friends. Don't do that. So I hope that gives you some ideas on what you can do to help benefit your team members. You know, the year is coming to a close. You want to think about appreciation. You want to think about loving on those team members who've been alongside you this entire time that are working with you to accomplish the goal of the company. It's an opportunity at this time of the year just to do a little love. So giving you a couple of things there that you can do to help share love with your team members. I realize it's hard. I realize we worked a lot of hours. Business owners often don't get vacations. We don't get to leave at 5 o'clock. And yeah, I get it. But so does your team. Your team needs to see this as well. It's an opportunity for you to be a leader and love on them. I realize life is hard, but life is good. We have the opportunity to even think about bonuses. Life is good, and life can be frustrating, but money doesn't have to be. Hey, we're going to continue to make our lives at least financially simple. Y'all make it a great day. This tip is for informational purposes only. Please speak with a competent financial advisor regarding your specific needs. Justin Goodbread is a registered investment advisor with Heritage Investors. Visit heritageinvestor.com, financiallysimple.com for additional information.